I'm just sitting over here, just encouraging myself and thinking like Virgos do. We think all day. That's what we do. So I'm over here thinking on the scriptures, and I said, well, let me just mash record and just record this because this might be helpful to somebody else. So what I was thinking on is how to get action. In other words, to get some response from quote unquote God. Um, yeah, quote unquote God, because everybody don't see God the same. And recently here, I began to see God in a different way. Um, but this don't have nothing to do with the goddamn thing I was trying to post, but I guess I could chop it up. Um, what I was saying, how you see God. Everybody don't see God. And here lately, I've been seeing God in a different light, like because the Bible does say that God is not a man. God is a spirit. So I kind of been dealing with that, mulling that over in my head. And so if God is not a man and God is a spirit, so to me, some of them words in the Bible that they use could have been swapped out for other words, right? Words that we could connect with. Because when you say spirit, I don't care how much you know or you think you understand spirit, you don't. We don't. We didn't. We couldn't. Because if we did, there would be more power and it would be some power in the church. Ain't no power in the church. So clearly, we have to understand that the Bible it's a book of stories, poems, and allegories, is what it says. That's in the Bible. I read it. It's a book of stories, poems, and allegories, which says to me, with my commonsensical self, that is not to be taken literally. So when you read these stories in the Bible, you gotta make a connection. And right now in my head, it made me think about how and what God really is. So I would say that instead of the Bible saying God is not a man, God is a spirit, I think the Bible should have said God is not a man, God is energy. So now we can understand energy better, right? Energy, we know energy. We've been hearing about energy since school time. And see, and that's the thing too with our brains, our minds. We done learned so much wrong stuff till it's time to shift. And then it's kind of, some people resist the shift because we've been told so much wrong stuff for so long and still being told wrong stuff today. So when you say God is energy, now I can kind of relate that. And then where the Bible says that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So your thoughts determine how you connect with energy, and that energy is what? God. So that's how I see God. I see God as the system that governs the universe. So God is not a man. God is a spirit. So God is an it, because it is it. Energy is it. It's an it. It's not a he or a she. That's why male and female don't matter. And y'all have this ideology about women are lower on the totem pole No, cause no, and I ain't even gonna go there today, cause that won't even be no good thing to do right now, cause I ain't gonna do right. So, um, um, so once we understand that, then we can connect to God. Because when you standing up, when you praying, what is you praying about? You don't even have no understanding of what is it that you're connecting with. This spirit, this mystical thing. How can you have a relationship with something you don't even know? You don't even understand it. And a lot of times most of the time when you ask him, that's the one y'all talking to, the he, that you can't reconcile that in your brain, that a he can be everywhere at the same time, because he cannot. There is no way in the world he can be everywhere at the same time. It has to be energy in order for it to be omnipresent. So when we get some understanding about that, then that's how we're going to be able to connect with this thing called God. And then we can, and it's really about um, what you meditating on. What are you thinking about? And like I said, when you understand that, and now to me prayer is unnecessary, because I've been stopped praying. I stopped praying before I stopped going to church, because y'all kept on telling me God was gonna do it after a while and by and by, but you were taking my check, my tithe every time I came up in there, but I got to wait. No, they ain't how it go, baby. Same time, man. Same time. I don't know you. Yeah, yeah. No, you got to give me my goods when I give you my money. So if it ain't working like that, it ain't fit. We ain't fit to do this no more. So, but that praying crap got on my nerve, cause I knew that it was something that I didn't understand. Something was going on that I didn't understand, and these people don't understand either. So they just up here taking my money and wasting my time. So I don't go to church, but I still kept doing what I do, which is thinking. And I think, and I thought, and I keep thinking and trying to understand, because the Bible says get wisdom and get knowledge, but in all your getting, get you some understanding. So now I do believe I understand. So to me, what the Bible is like, the Bible is like somebody gave you a jigsaw puzzle. And you know them boxes with the jigsaw puzzles, and they got 1,000 pieces, and it might be of trees and rivers and lakes and all that. But to me, the Bible is when they gave us the Bible, they gave us a box, a jigsaw puzzle. And even though it's supposed to be 1,000 pieces, they only gave us 400 pieces. And out of the pieces that they gave you, some of those didn't even go to the puzzle. They went to something else. That's what the Bible is. And there's something else missing that they didn't tell us, that goes along with this storybook that they gave us. They gave us the story, my God. They gave us the stories. That's why all you do when you go to church, all pastors do is tell you stories from the pulpit. I got tired of hearing stories. I really don't give a damn when Paul wrote the book of Timothy. I don't care who wrote it. I don't care if he wrote it on the Isle of Patmos. I don't care if he wrote it down in Orlando. I really don't care. I don't care if he wrote it in 1492 or if he wrote it in 1 AC. I don't care about that. What does that have to do with me? And I don't care that he fell off his horse and God blind Paul and What does that have to do with me? Stop telling me stories and tell me some stuff I can use. So why? What was the point of that? Well, what was the point of that? So people go to church and leave church and come back and go and come back and go and come back the same way every time. And they still not getting nothing but their money took. Yeah, no, I ain't doing that no more. Tell me what I need to know. Or sugar, I can't go. That's a bar, ain't it?